plants on Sunday morning. It takes longer than you'd think. But caring for 20-something plants of different needs. The ones that want the window and the seeds of sun. The ones that want the north-faced wall. The ones that climb and ones that don't grow tall but spread in all directions, soft and wide. The fern that lives beside the radiator's side and needs the misting twice a week at least. The cactus on the shelf above the east window that I water every fortnight. With a ceremony, with an almost rite of checking soil and light and turning each toward the window, keeping them in reach of what they need, which is not so different from what I need. Light, water, something sufficient. Plant corner, green and growing slow. Everything in here moves at the tempo of the unhurried, the photosynthesis of ordinary Sundays, ordinary bliss. Plant corner, window and the sun. The plants don't rush and neither does the one who tends them. We have reached an understanding. No demands, no complicated handing back of care, just water, light and time. The monster has put out a new leaf this week, which gave me disproportionate relief and joy. The way that growing things can give a satisfaction, that's a way to live more gently, more aligned with seasons' pace of biological time, of actual grace. Not the kind that comes from winning things, but from the new leaf on the monster's wings, unfurling slowly over several days from its protective sheath in its own ways, making its point about the value of the process, not the arrival, the love of the unfolding rather than the done. The new leaf is more beautiful than one that's fully grown, which is a thought I hold against the days when I'm not being told I'm enough yet. Plant corner, green and growing slow. Everything in here moves at the tempo of the unhurried, the photosynthesis of ordinary Sundays, ordinary bliss. Plant corner, window and the sun. The plants don't rush and neither does the one who tends them. We have reached an understanding. No demands, no complicated handing back of care, just water, light and time. I've killed plants before, which means I've learned the difference between what's given and what's earned. The learning curve of overwatering under, leaving them too long. The specific wonder of figuring out what each one needs, which is not unlike the other creeds of care in life. The paying of attention, the love that earns its name through its intention. By 10 the watering's done and I'm sitting among them with my coffee, fitting myself into their green and breathing space. The particular oxygen and grace of a room full of plants on a Sunday. The way the light comes through differently, filtered through the leaves of 7 things that photosynthesize, that life brings into this apartment in its own quiet way. I'm not entirely alone in here, not with 20 plants to keep and tend and watch and let grow while I sleep. I sit until the coffee's cold and then I make another cup and sit again among the plants. The new monster leaf completing its unfurling, my relief. Plant corner, green and growing slow. Everything in here moves at the tempo of the unhurried, the photosynthesis of ordinary Sundays, ordinary bliss. Plant corner, window and the sun. The plants don't rush and neither does the one who tends them. We have reached an understanding. No demands, no complicated handing back of care, just water, light and time. The monster's new leaf is almost open. Come back tomorrow and it will be. Plants are patient. Learn from them.
took the long way home tonight on purpose. Walked past the shortcut with deliberate surface. Calm, turn left instead of right and found myself on streets I don't usually come around. The residential blocks that parallel the route I always take, the kind that tell a different story of the same city. More quiet, more domestic, more than me that isn't rushing, isn't checking time. Just walking through the evening's amber rime. Streetlights coming on and dinner smells coming from the windows and the spells that ordinary Tuesday evenings cast when you walk slow enough to make them last. More than the usual blur from A to B. The long way home gave this evening back to me. Playlist for the long way home tonight. I chose the longer ride and chose it right. The city's different when you're not in a hurry, different when you drop the evening's worry. Playlist for the long way, extra blocks, extra minutes off the usual clock. Some evenings need the long way, need the slow. The long way home is how you let things go. The dog walker has 6 dogs of different size, all pulling different directions, all eyes in their own directions. She maintains some central calm within the chaos chains of 6 leashes, 6 agendas, 6 insistent noses, working on the mix that smells the evening pavement has to give. I think about the art of how to live with that much pulling in that many ways and stay good humored through the evening haze. She laughs at something one of them has done, and I laugh too from 20 feet alone in my own evening, connected briefly by the comedy of dogs and someone's try at walking 6 at once, which is a choice that I respect, that deserves its own playlist for the long way home tonight. I chose the longer route and chose it right. The city's different when you're not in a hurry, different when you drop the evening's worry. Playlist for the long way, extra blocks, extra minutes off the usual clock. Some evenings need the long way, need the slow. The long way home is how you let things go. Philosophy of choosing the margin, the extra 3 or 4 minutes that belong to you between the obligations. Something true about the day being over. You survived another one, you showed up, you arrived that evening with yourself mostly intact, which deserves a walk, which is a fact. By the time I reach my street, I'm ready for the evening, which feels more steady than it did when I left the office back there in the building, on that track of desk and screen and all the things I carry home each night that I should be more wary of unpacking from the bag of work into the home. But the long walk's quirk is that it processes, it works things through the feet of their own therapy. It's true, each block a little further from the day, each corner turn another thing to lay down gently, not discarded, just at rest. The long walk home performing its quiet test of where the evening can be reclaimed, and always finding that it can unnamed and yours again by the time you reach the door. Playlist for the long way home tonight. I chose a longer route and chose it right. The city's different when you're not in a hurry, different when you drop the evening's worry. Playlist for the long way, extra blocks, extra minutes off the usual clock. Some evenings need the long way, need the slow. The long way home is how you let things go. Long way, the long way was worth it. Do it again tomorrow. On a page that loads slow, the kind of slow that used to be the norm, you know, before the fiber and the instant feed. before the algorithm knew your need, before you finished forming the request. The internet worked differently, compressed into a patience that we don't have now. A different relationship somehow between the wanting and the getting there. A gap that made the getting feel more rare. I found this cafe with the older machines, the ones still running things from other scenes of internet history. The beige, the plastic yellowed slightly with the age of many hands and many late nights here, of something slow or something more sincere. Slow internet cafe, dial-up hum, waiting for the page to finally come. The loading bar that taught you how to wait, how nothing could arise before its state. Slow internet cafe, fan and screen. The gap between the wanting and the seen was where imagination used to live. Slow loading gave us something fast can't give. I used to come to places like this one with 50 cents and a homework assignment done, enough to justify the hour here of downloading something over the fear of the connection dropping halfway through, which it always did, which always threw the whole plan into question. Start again, refresh, reload, rebuild the whole campaign of patience and of technological faith that eventually the file would safely arrive, complete the image or the song, the thing you wanted badly all along. Now everything is instant, which is good. I'd never trade it back, I never would. But sometimes I miss the loading, miss the wait, miss the version of me who could tolerate slow internet cafe, dial-up hum, waiting for the page to finally come. The loading bar that taught you how to wait, how nothing could arise before its date. Slow internet cafe, fan and screen. The gap between the wanting and the seen was where imagination used to live. Slow loading gave us something fast can't give. Every generation has its pace of information moving through the space between the people and the things they need. My generation learned its particular creed from waiting for the page, from the buffer spin, from losing everything and starting in again, which maybe is a metaphor for something, or maybe it's just before fiber optic changed the world for good. Cafe owner here is 63. He's kept the old machine specifically for people who come in to use the slow connection, which he says creates a flow state that the fast connection doesn't give. The mind for maps are waiting, a way to live in the gap between the click and the arrive. That makes you feel more present, more alive. I order his house blend, take a seat at machine 7 where the hum's complete. The fan, the keyboard, the particular smell of old computer, warm plastic. Tell me something about time, about the past, about the things that move us, how they last in ways we don't expect, how the analog persists inside the digital dialogue. Slow internet cafe, dial-up hum, waiting for the page to finally come. The loading bar that taught you how to wait, how nothing could arise before its date. Slow internet cafe, fan and screen. The gap between the wanting and the seen was where imagination used to live. Slow loading gave us something fast can't give. Page loaded, worth the wait. Some things are better slow. Sunday moves in slow motion today. The clock hands barely make their way. I woke up late without an alarm. The sun came through the curtains soft and warm. My coffee's brewing on the kitchen stove. The smell of it reached me before I woke. I lay there just a little longer still, chasing the last corner of a dream until it slipped away like all dreams tend to do, replaced by morning light and something new. The smell of bread from the bakery below, the sound of someone's radio, a trumpet playing something I half know. Through the window in the morning glow, I pull on my favorite worn out shirt. Today will pass without a single hurt. Sunday slow motion, no need to rush. The whole day open like a morning blush. Nowhere to be and nothing to prove, just finding my way into my favorite groove. Sunday slow motion, coffee and light. Everything's perfectly, simply right. I'll take the long way through the day. Let Sunday carry me away. I open up the window to the street. The smell of rain from last night still complete. The trees are dripping diamonds on the road. A man walks his dog a comfortable stroll. The baker downstairs is rolling out dough. I can hear the rhythm of it down below. Somewhere a church bell rings 3 times slow. The whole neighborhood is moving in tempo. I pour my coffee and I stand and breathe. A Sunday luxury I still believe in. The luxury of time without a task, of answering questions nobody asks, of sitting in the sun beside the plant and reading something long that someone can explain to me why it's taken me so long to learn that slow Sundays are where I belong. Sunday slow motion, no need to rush. The whole day open like a morning blush. Nowhere to be and nothing to prove, just finding my way into my favorite groove. Sunday slow motion, coffee and light. Everything's perfectly, simply right. I'll take the long way through the day. Let Sunday carry me away. I used to fill my Sundays up with plans, with obligations meeting second hands. Now I protect this morning like a treasure, defend it with a quiet kind of pleasure. This is the Sunday I always dreamed about, the one where I have finally figured out that doing nothing is a kind of art, a meditation of the wandering heart. By afternoon I made a second cup and read enough to finally look up. The sun has moved across the kitchen floor, a slow sundial I've never noticed more. I call my mother in the afternoon. She talks for 30 minutes, I listen through every story like I've heard before, but they sound different than they ever did before. She laughs at something my father said, a story from the week already sped. And I hold the phone and feel so warm, so grateful for this ordinary form of love that doesn't ask for anything, just a Sunday call, a small offering. I hang up soft and stand beside the glass, watching the golden afternoon just pass. Sunday slow motion, no need to rush. The whole day open like a morning blush. Nowhere to be and nothing to prove, just finding my way into my favorite groove. Sunday slow motion, coffee and light. Everything's perfectly, simply right. I'll take the long way through the day. Let Sunday carry me away. Let it be slow, let Sunday stay. One more cup before the light fades away.
gate, 7:30 minutes to board. My bags are checked, I've got what I can afford to leave behind: a journal and a pen, a pair of headphones, and this playlist again. The terminal is echoing with feet, the squeak of luggage wheels, the food court beat. A child has lost her stuffed giraffe and cries. Her mother finds it underneath the eyes of everyone who's watching, half awake, half somewhere else for somebody else's sake. I'm in the window seat I always get, looking at a runway I haven't left yet. The planes go out like thoughts I let go of, each one a destination, someone's love. Terminal gate, 7 bags at my feet. The city I was living in is bittersweet. Moving toward a skyline I don't know, with everything I need and room to grow. Terminal gate, 7, boarding soon. Another chapter underneath a different moon. I travel light but carry everything. The road ahead holds what tomorrow brings. The man across from me is on the phone, arguing about something in a tone that makes me think this trip is complicated. A relationship, airport complicated. The woman to my left has fallen asleep, upright in her chair in stillness deep. Her boarding pass tucked firmly in her hand. Even in sleep she has her plan. I envy that, the settled restful state of trusting that you'll wake up before your gate. I sip my overpriced terminal coffee and watch the sky do something soft and lovely. The clouds part briefly, showing something blue, a color that belongs to me and you and everyone who's ever left somewhere and found themselves suspended in terminal gate, 7 bags at my feet. The city I was living in is bittersweet. Moving toward a skyline I don't know, with everything I need and room to grow. Terminal gate, 7, boarding soon. Another chapter underneath a different moon. I travel light but carry everything. The road ahead holds what tomorrow brings. There's a certain magic in departure, in the moment just before you go farther, when you're neither here nor anywhere, just floating in the terminal's cool air with strangers who will never know your name, who share this in-between space just the same. 100 different stories, one delay, we're all just passing through in our own way. They call the boarding groups in number order. I shuffle to the line, a willing boarder. My passport photo shows a younger me, who didn't know yet what he'd come to see. I tuck it in my pocket, take my seat, feel the runway rumble through my feet. The city shrinks below into a grid, a map of everything I ever did. And then the clouds close over and we're gone. The seatbelt sign blinks off, the world moves on. I pull my headphones on and close my eyes, and somewhere miles below me the day dies. And somewhere miles ahead of me it starts a new time zone for restless travel. Gate, 7 bags at my feet. The city I was living in is bittersweet. Moving toward a skyline I don't know, with everything I need and room to grow. Terminal gate, 7, boarding soon. Another chapter underneath a different moon. I travel light but carry everything. The road ahead holds what tomorrow brings. Wheels up, city below, somewhere new is waiting.
I'm early to the table, that's my way. 15 minutes in a jazz club pace, in ways that punctuality can know.
and wine glasses on everyone who comes through the door with someone or with one intention for the evening to be done. With the day to let it go, to find the version of themselves that comes behind the ordinary weekday version we present to offices and families. But here in Jazz Club Amber, here at 8 on a Thursday, everyone is great. Everyone is wearing something chosen with intent. Nothing forgotten, nothing frozen. Waiting in jazz, early to the table, watching the room become itself, able to hold all these different kinds of need for music and for company and speed, slowing into something warm. Waiting in jazz before the storm of sound breaks open over all of us. Waiting in jazz is no sacrifice, no fuss. The band is setting up behind the curtain, their sound check fragments making me uncertain whether I prefer the tune-up or the song, the accidental music all along. Before the show begins, the casual, the almost music habitual, the drummer testing cymbals 1, 2, 3, the bassist walking scales for nobody, but finding something good on the way down, a little riff that has the whole club found. Briefly heads lift, someone sets their glass, a brief acknowledgement, and then it's past, and everyone goes back to their conversation, their pre-show cocktails and their preparation for what's coming, for the music, for the night that starts the moment the piano gets it right. Waiting in jazz, early to the table, watching the room become itself, able to hold all these different kinds of need for music and for company and speed, slowing into something warm. Waiting in jazz before the storm of sound breaks open over all of us. Waiting in jazz is no sacrifice, no fuss. There's a certain art to waiting well, to sitting in the moment, in the spell of anticipation, not yet arrived at what you came here for, but still alive in the waiting, in the before, the pre, the version of the evening only seen by early arrivers who come to watch the room become itself piece by notch. When the band takes the stage, the room falls still. A collective pause, a collective will, to surrender to whatever comes next, to stop the inner monologue, the text of daily life, and let the music in. Let the piano tell you where you've been and where you're going. Let the bass decide the tempo of your heartbeat. Let it guide the evening somewhere you had not planned to go, which is the whole point, understand. The whole point of a jazz club on a night is to be taken somewhere, to alight in a feeling you had not prepared to feel tonight, to be caught somewhere between the note and the silence after it. The jazz club's holy place, its infinite gift. Waiting in jazz, early to the table, watching the room become itself, able to hold all these different kinds of need for music and for company and speed, slowing into something warm. Waiting in jazz before the storm of sound